Hey guys, so on today's video, we are going to be covering the new Covergirl Full Spectrum Matte Ambition Foundation, as well as the Covergirl Full Spectrum All Day Idol Brightening Concealer. But before we get started, hi, my name is Alex, and if you guys are new to this channel, I do a lot of makeup reviews revolving around oily skin concerns. So if you guys can relate to any of that, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you guys back. And without further ado, let's get started with the video. I wanted to talk a little bit about the line because when I saw it on Instagram, I thought that CoverGirl had rebranded their whole line. But no, it says CoverGirl just launched an entire makeup collection specifically inspired by and developed for women of color, all designed to address the personal color needs of people with skin tones on darker and deeper complexion range. Full Spectrum brings out our truest tones with super rich pigments and hydrating shades that stand out, providing products for eyes, lips, and face that were designed to pop against darker skin tones. I got the foundation in the color medium golden, and then I got the concealer in the color medium neutral, I believe. Yes. A lot of people were even wondering how it compared to the True Blend Matte Made foundation. If there's any difference, I'll let you guys know because this one is a pretty good foundation as it is. This is a glass bottle. It does have a pump, which is nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face to get started. I've been loving, you guys, the Wet n Wild matte primer. So I'm gonna do that on my T-zone and pretty much on my whole face, but I mainly start on my T-zone. I do have a pimple on my forehead, so we'll see how good it covers any imperfections. I do have a little bit of redness around my cheeks and some scarring. By the way, I am hella sick, so if I sound a little off, it's because I'm trying to get rid of this cold and it doesn't go away. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. It sucks. So the only thing that it says on this packaging is that this foundation is an all-day shine-free foundation. Lauren knows that I get super shiny throughout the day, even when I'm not wearing anything at all. I have oily skin, and it's mainly like the whole forehead, nose, and sometimes if it's really hot outside, I get shiny here. So I'm gonna do a few pumps on the back of my hand. And I'll start with two. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. sponge. This sponge is amazing, it's $5. And then I'm just gonna, ooh, I think this is actually a good shade. Yeah, I think this is a good shade. I'm looking in the viewfinder. It looks like a pretty good shade match, actually. To be honest, you guys, it almost does feel like the Matte Made foundation, just right off the bat. I love the shade on this foundation. It looks lighter on my hand, but honestly, I think it might be just oxidizing the second you blend it in because it looks like a perfect match. Let me see if I can cover this little pimple that I have here. See how well, here, I think I put too much. So it does have some coverage because I could still see it, but it does cover it a little bit. But even this pimple that I have in my forehead, it does blur it out a little bit. In my opinion, I think it covers just enough so where I feel like I still look like I have skin and not like a mask on. Yeah, I would say it's more of like a medium coverage. I wouldn't say it's exactly like a full coverage foundation. So if you're really trying for a full coverage, I don't think that'll be it. It does feel comfortable on the skin. It doesn't feel like you were wearing makeup on. Even though I build it up around my cheeks, it feels really nice so far. Not gonna lie, it doesn't feel like I have much foundation on, but looking at it straight ahead, yeah, does it look like you have a little bit of foundation on? And I have some dry patches right around my nose because of how sick I've been, and it is clinging onto those. So if you guys do have some dryness in your skin, it will show up. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys. Alright, so that is what it looks like up close. And I think it is a very good medium coverage. Like I said, I have a pimple up here. I have a little bit of a scar here, and you can still see them, which I'm okay with because I feel like as long as it blurs it out a little bit, I'm comfortable with that. And that's all I want in a foundation. But if you look closely, I do have some dry patches around my nose area, and it is clinging to those areas. So if you do suffer from like acne or anything like that, and those acne spots have like dryness in them, I think the foundation will pick up on that dryness, because even the pimple that I have here is looking like it has foundation on, if that makes any sense. Other than that, I like how it looks like on these areas where there's no dryness from like my nose or like any pimples or anything like that. Even in the scar, where the scar is, I do feel like it like blurred out my skin. I think the main focus for this foundation is to be shine free. That's what they're aiming towards. I'm touching my face. It doesn't feel tacky at all. It feels like I actually powdered my face. So this is definitely a foundation that feels like extremely matte. I feel like I'm not shiny at all. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I feel like I have no shine at all. We'll see how it wears because it is a shine-free all-day foundation. The true test will be to see how it looks on my nose, because usually my nose is where it's crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and put the concealer on. This is the Full Spectrum by CoverGirl All Day Brightening Concealer in the color Medium Neutral. I'm gonna go ahead and put that underneath my eye. Might have gotten a shade too dark or not brightening at all, so we might not see any brightening because of that. But I feel like it's covering my under eyes pretty nice. You guys know that I don't really like going too light underneath there anyways. But this is actually almost the same color as my skin tone, which is good for days that you want to add more coverage to your pimples or anything like that, because you want it to match your skin. You don't want a highlighter color to cover any spot. And I feel like it did cover it very well. It doesn't feel heavy like the Tarte Shape Tape, but I feel like it has a really decent coverage. I'm gonna test it on my pimple up here to see if it gives me a little bit more coverage on there. And then I'll just blend it out with a sponge. This is a mighty pimple, so it doesn't want to go away. I don't know if you guys can see this scar right here, but I'm gonna try and cover that. See if that will work. It's not the best concealer that I've tried, but it definitely feels like a light to medium coverage concealer. So if you're a big fan of full coverage, then you might not like this one. I think most of us are used to having like more of a full coverage concealer. But hey, if you've been looking for a light to medium coverage concealer that doesn't feel heavy, I think you would like this one. We'll see how it wears. Like I said, it is kind of just pretty much close to my skin tone anyways. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face and then I'll be right back. I'm gonna do a run through of all the products that I put on my face just so you guys know what I put on top of the foundation. So to set my face, I use the number 7 Translucent Perfect Light Loose Powder. I bronzed my skin with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. The blush that I used was the e.l.f. Mellow Mauve Blush. It's very pretty, like just neutral kind of blush. For eyeshadow, whatever's on my eyes is from the Jaclyn Hill palette. And then I lined my eyes with the L'Oreal Infallible Black is Black liner. And I think that is it. Oh, and then I just finished off with the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Waterproof Mascara on my eyes. I must say, oh, and I put this on my lips. This is just the ColourPop Ultra Glossy Lip in PS. And I think that's it. Okay, this is one of the driest formulas that I've ever tried as far as foundations go. I feel like it's already settling in a lot of my lines. Not my smile lines actually, but I have a portion where certain foundations settle here, and I feel like I had already had to rub it a little bit because it was already settling there. It doesn't feel heavy on my face, so I'm a little bit torn. Like, I don't know if I like it yet. I am certainly hopeful for this foundation. I could move past the dryness because if it does control the oil throughout the day, then that's mostly what my concerns are. And you know, looking at it head on, it doesn't look like a bad foundation. I feel like it looks pretty good. We'll be doing some check-ins throughout the day, just letting you know how it's holding up and how it looks. Other than that, I think that is it for now. It is 9:25 right now. You can barely see the time, but 9 o'clock in the morning. We're going up tonight. no, we're going to see the Bears game around 3 o'clock, so I'll still have the foundation even then. So yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty much a full day wear of foundation, which will be the longest time I've ever worn foundation. That is it for now. I'll see you in a little bit. I wanted to give you guys more of a close-up before I go about my day. So I'm just standing in front of a window, natural lighting, and this is how the foundation looks. So it almost feels like there's really, I mean, I don't know, I'm like torn. It almost feels like I have nothing on. But in the dry patches, you could see like I have all this dryness from being sick. And then this is where I felt like it was picking up. Like collecting right around here. So like right around my nose, my mouth area, it does feel like it's kind of like building up there. But I mean, I guess it's not that bad. So yeah, this is how it looks initially. This is like right now, I just finished filming, but I wanted to get back on here and show you guys really close up, natural lighting, how the foundation looks. So yeah, I'll come back and give you a check-in within like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours, and we'll see how it looks by then. Alright guys, we are back. It's been about 3 hours. It's 12:23. I feel like it looks pretty okay for 3 hours. I have noticed that I got a tiny bit shiny right around here. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm gonna zoom in so you guys can see a little bit closer. Just like right around this area, I feel like a tiny bit shiny, which is kind of odd. You can even see it like right there. So this is shiny. My nose is getting a little shiny, but it's not that bad. I feel like overall it still looks pretty good. This pimple is the death of me. But as far as like the foundation goes, I think it looks pretty good. The only thing is that it is looking a little bit shiny, so it's not an all-day shine-free foundation as they claim it to be. But I usually get shiny around my nose, and I feel like if I don't blot or anything, it's gonna get shiny regardless. I don't know, what do you guys think? For 3 hours, I think it looks pretty good. And we're back. It is 8:58. Again, my phone is blinding. I don't know. I don't really like this foundation. From the beginning, I think you guys kind of got that vibe that I wasn't really sure if I liked it or not. And it has been almost 12 hours. And I must say, it's not a bad foundation, but it's not my favorite foundation that I've used ever. I must admit that this has been the longest that I've done a review on any foundation. So 12 hours is really pushing it. And I should say that it doesn't look that bad, like just, you know, head on. But it is breaking apart in some areas of my face. Mainly like right around here, I can see some patchiness. And around like between my eyebrows, I can see a little bit of patchiness as well. It did settle in my fine lines. Especially like around my smile lines, I did see it piling up there within like maybe 4 hours. So, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a horrible foundation because looking at it straight on right now, I didn't even blot my face once and it doesn't look shiny. But if you really look closely overall, it does look a little patchy in my opinion. I think this is a good foundation for those of you that just want to wear it for about 4 hours max. I feel like when you apply it, even though you don't feel it, it does look like you have makeup on. I wouldn't say it's anywhere near the Covergirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation. I enjoyed using this one, and this one, I feel even though it's a little bit more of a fuller coverage in my opinion, you really don't detect it on your face. It didn't feel heavy on my face like when you look at my skin. This one looks amazing, but this one, I don't know, I just didn't really impress me all that much. The concealer, I'm not gonna be too judgy on it because I feel like it's exactly the same color as the foundation. It did crease a little bit, but again, it didn't wow me like other concealers have. So all in all, I think the foundation is good for 4 hours. It does control the shine. Again, if you look at my skin right now, I haven't blotted, so it does look pretty good, but if you look closer, it looks a little patchy in some areas, like the foundation just kind of builds up. So For that reason, it's not my favorite, but it's not a horrible foundation. Hopefully that helps you guys to make a decision whether you guys want to try it or not. And again, this foundation is catered for more women of color, so if you guys do struggle with finding a certain shade, maybe you guys will find it within this shade range. All in all, it's not a bad foundation, it's just not my favorite. That is it for today's video. Leave it in the comment section below. Are you gonna want to try it based on this review? Let me know. Sometimes I feel like I ramble and just make no sense at all. But if there's anything that I said, hopefully that helps you out in making this decision. I'm wearing my Bears jersey because I just came back from the Bears game and I think we are gonna make the playoffs. I am so excited about that. I have my New Year's Eve nails and I'm supposed to get a haircut tomorrow, so I'm so excited. I'm pumped. Still feel a little bit sick. Still feel like I have my manly voice with this cold, but hopefully tomorrow is a better day. Again, thank you guys for watching and I will see you guys in my next video.